Hi, good afternoon and welcome to the J Room. Today we're sitting around with an upcoming artist by the name of Boppa.
What's good?
Boppa is going to tell us a few questions that we have, us laypersons, on the differences between an MC and a rapper. Boppa.
Okay, so a lot of people would actually believe that a rapper and an MC is just apples and oranges, very little differences in between, a lot of similarities. Well, actually, the opposite is true because a rapper is more geared towards what's ear grabbing, right? Catchy flows, catchy melodies, flow switches that are more attention grabbing, more ear popping, right? Whereas an MC is more geared towards and more focused on the lyricism, so the punchlines, the metaphors, the triple entendres, the similes, and different literary devices being utilized inside the verse and inside the record as a whole.
Now, would you consider a battle rapper to be an MC or just a straight up rapper?
A bit of a mixture of both. Okay, you have some battle rappers who are more so rappers who they have catchy slogans, catchy one-liners, catchy haymakers. And then you have other rappers and MCs like a JC or like a Danger Zone who are more geared towards like lyricism and more penmanship being emphasized over anything.
That's interesting. What would you consider to be your top 5 MCs or rappers?
Top 5 MCs or rappers, okay. Alright, well, I'll try to break them up into different generations. So, if I'm going the golden era, or at least the generation that came before my generation, of course I'm going Biggie, I'm going Big L, I'm going Nas, I'm going Pop, I'm going Jay-Z, right? But from my generation, I would go with Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Joey Badass, Earl Sweatshirt, and even a Hobson in my top 5.
These top 5, are they MCs or rappers?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. They give you the best of both worlds. And actually, that's what I bring to the table as well. Like in my album, my upcoming album, Boppa, self-titled, I can't give it away just yet, but I will say that the records are very cohesive and concise. I touch on various subjects that tie up nicely together in a nice neat bow at the end of the album. So in other words, you get rewarded for paying attention. You know, if you're into concepts and storytelling, then you're gonna like this album. Now my last album was a freestyle record, right? Freestyle record. So just verses. Each record was one verse, maybe a minute and a half, 2-3 minutes long, right? But on this album, I really emphasized my songwriting capabilities. So I went from a rapper to an MC to a full-fledged artist. And I can still cover those 3 fields rather effectively and efficiently.
That's interesting. What learning skills do you think you need to acquire to be an MC?
Okay. So it depends on what type of subjects you will cover. Like take a Tupac, for example. He needed social studies in high school. He needed a little bit of history, a lot of black history actually, and a touch of philosophy, right? Where somebody like maybe, let's go with cannabis or somebody like that, like a KRS-One, would be more geared towards politics and science behind it, you know what I mean? So like maybe biology, chemistry, different things like that. But as far as like the type of subject matter that I bring to the table, what I would need is English, of course, different literary devices as I mentioned earlier, as well as history, science, philosophy.
Interesting.
But also, one thing I want to add as well is that if you like cartoons, I mean, I like to have fun. So if you like cartoons, you like films, you like sports, you like battle rap, you like music in general, I bring all that to the table. So like, if you like the classic cartoons, like you grew up off of, let's say Ed, Ed and Eddie, or like Codename Kids Next Door, or even the Bugs Bunny and the Daffy Duck, right? or if you grew up off of Minister Society or Boys in the Hood or Training Day or anything like that, or any football emphasized films such as Remember the Titans and Gridiron Gang. These are the type of things that I bring to the table as far as the subject matter that I'm going to be touching on in this upcoming album.
So it's like a little bit for everybody there.
Precisely.
Especially if you're nostalgic.
Definitely. My 90s babies are going to want to stand up for this. And for those of you who don't know who the 90s babies are, they're the millennials of today.
Oh, okay. So when do you anticipate your latest album coming out?
Okay. So I dropped a couple of records earlier in January. I dropped Boys in Blue, which is basically a record breaking down police brutality and what that entails. And then I dropped another record that is basically about just being a man and standing up for yourself and what you believe in. And I kind of took Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny in this entirety, for the entirety of this album, mainly Bugs Bunny. I don't want to give it away, but if you like those Looney Tunes nostalgic Looney Tunes characters, you're gonna like this album. But that record was called Big, and that record was basically just about being a man. You hear it in the chorus: stand up, big shit, man up, big shit. So I dropped those two records back in January. They're doing good. Got a few good analytics on them, right, as far as the viewership and the music consumption of it, right? Then I went back and re-released an album that I had dropped a few years ago just to promote this album, right? So I re-released The Code. I dropped The Code, and then I dropped The Code Deluxe, both on YouTube. Now The Code, 7 of the 9 records on there, you can find on YouTube, you can find on SoundCloud, you can find on TikTok or any other streaming platform or streaming service out there. But The Code Deluxe is strictly on my YouTube channel. That's where you have the entirety of those records. It's about 15 records total. A lot of hard work, a lot of discipline and blood, sweat went into that album. And if you want the entirety of that album, just to hold you over until this next album comes, then you want to subscribe to my YouTube, Boppa, right? Okay, now to answer your question, wow, when is it dropping? You can look forward to that album dropping before December or after or during January of 2023, but it's coming real soon, within the next 3 to 5 months. Yes, sir. I'm ready for it.
Okay. And for those of you who are watching, you can reach Boppa at Boppa. What's the Instagram and the YouTube channels?
Yeah, so you can reach me on Instagram, IG, at Boppa9595. Reach me on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter, at Boppa9595. Reach me on TikTok, at Boppa9595. Reach me on Snap, at Boppa9595. And then YouTube and SoundCloud, just Boppa.
And for those of you who are wondering, Boppa is B-O-P-P-A.
Correct.
B-O-P-P-A 9595. Great. Well, I'm so glad we got a chance to sit down and talk to you and discuss your upcoming stuff. We're looking forward to it. You know, I had the pleasure of actually listening to some of your stuff, and it's very catchy.
True. Very true.
Very catchy. I liked it. So I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate your time with us today.
Lone J Word, I like to appreciate you as well. Thank you for having me. This interview was very fun, very productive. You know, I enjoyed myself thoroughly. And any of you looking out for new freestyles, new acapellas, subscribe to my channel. I'll be dropping brand new freestyles, brand new verses each and every week. And as the weeks progress, I'm gonna up that to twice a week, 3 times per week, and just constantly pump out that high quality product for the consumer. You know what I mean? So this rap shit is definitely something that you're gonna want to tune into. For real.
Right. Well, again, I appreciate your time with us, and I thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Jay. Word.